Here are 3 questions to make ChatGPT sound just like you. A common question that I get is, how do I not sound like everyone else when I use AI? Those of us in real estate know that being real and standing out are top concerns when it comes to using AI or any marketing and communication for that matter. In this video, I'm going to give you the 3 questions and a prompt that you can use to make ChatGPT sound just like you. Hi, I'm Chris Scott, a real estate digital marketer and AI strategist at the Paperless Agent, where we show you how to make AI and technology useful, practical, and profitable. Okay, here on my screen, I've got ChatGPT set up. I've got a split screen so you can see what running a very similar prompt is going to look like in doing a very simple task. And the goal here is, what are the questions that I can give ChatGPT so that it'll sound more like me instead of the generic voice that it tends to produce? So I have this prompt. It says, write a 100-word paragraph promoting an open house for 6605 Toolrich Lane. Here are some details about the home, and then it goes on to talk about the details of the home. I'm going to fire that off. While that's doing it, I have the same prompt, but I've added a little bit of extra to it. So I've got the same part of the prompt here, write a 100-word paragraph promoting an open house. Everything I just copy and pasted is exactly the same, except I have an additional instruction. I put in here, use my voice style guide to write the caption. And then below that, I have my voice style guide. Now, I'm going to give you the 3 prompts that you can use to create your voice style guide. You can see mine here is direct, clear, and grounded, dry humor and light wit, woven in naturally, so on and so forth. So that is my voice style guide that I use ChatGPT to help me produce. Now I'm going to fire that one off too, and then we're going to look at the finished output for both of these prompts. So here we'll see that the paragraph that I wrote was, join us for an open house at 6605 Toolrich Lane in Austin, showcasing a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,500 square foot Streetman model with extensive hardwood floors and thoughtful updates. Whew, that was a sentence. The open layout features a spacious floor, primary suite, office, granite kitchen, an island, large island, and an airy family room. Upstairs offers a game room, a study nook, while the main level includes a gym and expanded storage. Enjoy a manicured backyard with fire pit, outdoor kitchen, and extended patio. Located on a quiet cul-de-sac near community amenities, golf, tennis, Clayton Elementary, this home delivers comfort and convenience. So that is the generic voice. The tone, the personality is generally curated from all of the internet that it used to train the model. Now let's take a look at the one that I trained using my voice. Join us for the open house at 6605 Toolrich Lane, a quiet cul-de-sac spot that hides a surprisingly expansive Streetman plan. The first floor, primary suite, office, and gym keep the practical stuff close, while dark hardwood floors run the show. The granite kitchen's island anchors the family room, and upstairs a game room and study nook handle the rest of life's chaos. Every bedroom gets its own walk-in closet, which feels like a small victory. Step into the manicured backyard with its fire pit, outdoor kitchen, and you'll see why neighbors tend to stay while visiting today too. So you can see the difference between these 2 styles of writing. Some of the specific instructions that I gave it, for example, in my voice style guide is this direct and succinct? Does it sound human, grounded, and slightly humorous? Is the detail purposeful, not fluff? Does it avoid hype, melodrama, and forced persuasion? Does it feel like a clear, steady narrator guiding the reader? Would Hemingway nod in approval? At least a little bit. So those were my instructions, and it tried to capture that as it wrote this paragraph. So how do we create that voice style guide? Well, I'm going to pull up ChatGPT, and I'm going to copy and paste this prompt that I've produced. And I'll read it to you, and then we'll run it. So it says, voice style guide prompt. I want you to capture my unique writing and speaking voice. Ask me the following 3 questions one at a time and wait for my answers after each question. Number 1, tell me a quick story about a recent experience with a client. Number 2, how would people describe the way you communicate? And number 3, what do you want your writing to always sound like, and what do you want to avoid? After I answer all 3 questions, analyze my responses and generate a complete voice style guide that includes tone and personality traits, pacing and sentence structure, signature phrases or patterns, what to avoid in my voice, rules for AI to follow when writing as me, a short write like me checklist I can use in future prompts. Begin with the first question only. Now, when you run this prompt, what I recommend is that you use the voice dictation tool to be able to respond in a natural stream of conscious. So when it says, tell me a quick story about a recent experience with a client, the way I would respond to this is by clicking on dictate and then providing the response. I recently worked with Chris and Nicole to buy a home. This home was awesome. It was amazing. However, we ran into a bunch of problems right off the get-go. The first thing we noticed is that the area in which they wanted to purchase a home had very few homes available. Now, I'm going to pause right there just so you get an idea. I don't want to have to go through all 3 questions. You should run this prompt and run this yourself to see what the experience is. And then once you have that voice style guide, you can use that and attach that to your prompts. What I suggest is you take that voice style guide that ChatGPT produces for you after you answer those 3 questions and drop it into the instructions of a project folder. And that way it'll always use those instructions. You can also copy it into a document and add it as a document to a project so that it has that as a reference, so that it's always going to write with your voice and style in anything that you produce in this project. So those are the 3 questions that you can ask to make ChatGPT sound just like you. If you found this video useful, practical, or profitable, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video.